Gulf Coast Sports and Entertainment Network. This is the Black and Gold postgame show, sponsored by Flight by Yingling and GMC. We are professional grade.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome into our Black and Gold postgame show alongside Garland Gillen. I'm Juan Kincaid. It's a tough opener for the Black and Gold. It's in the books, though. Saints lose their opener 20-13. It was a game that Saints had an opportunity to maybe tie it in the end.
One, I had my doubts that Spencer Rattler could orchestrate some drives when they were down 20-10, but they got the field goal. And then, Juan, you were jumping up in the sports office. You thought Juwan Johnson caught that pass.
I did. I think everyone did. Even Spencer Rattler threw his hands up, thought he caught it.
Budda Baker knocks it out, and then fourth down, they throw. Didn't even make it in the field of play. The Chris Olave. They kept it interesting. I give props to Saints, okay, because we've been on numerous shows, overtime, final bet, saying that, this is going to be a down year for the team and they were going to lose the opener. They kept it interesting till the very end. Yeah. Now, Kellen Moore's a rookie coach, and he made some rookie mistakes. Those not calling timeouts at the end of the second quarter was definitely a big problem for him. Yeah,
when they asked him about that, he said he was wanting to conserve the timeouts, and we're like, why were you conserving them? You can't take them to the locker room. Meanwhile, Saints lose at 20-13. Some quick numbers for you. And by the way, we are waiting on head coach Kellen Moore to come to the podium. We'll also check in with Fox 8's Sean Vazan to get some reaction on this game as well. Spencer Rattler, 214 yards passing. He was sacked one time. No touchdown throws. His best running back, Alvin Kamara, 45 yards, rushing on 11 carries. Juwan Johnson, 8 receptions, 76 yards, and he spread the ball around today. So I thought Rattler did a pretty decent job, kept the team in the game, didn't lose the game for the team.
He's not the 2024 Spencer Rattler. He's definitely getting a little more comfortable in the system. I think he did a lot of first reads and then throws or then run the ball. He's going to get a little more comfortable, but still goes on. He's, 0-7 now as a starting quarterback in NFL games. He got closer, but he made a few mistakes. We'll figure it out coming forward.
Yeah, he had a really nice drive and getting a touchdown with Alvin Kamara that came in the first half. Gave the Saints a brief lead before Arizona came back down the field and scored a touchdown to take the lead back once again. On the other side of things, you got Kyler Murray, who we've talked about him, Garland, all week long about how the Saints, in history-wise, they've struggled to stop those running quarterbacks. I thought they did a decent job today. He had 21 of 29 on throws, 2 touchdown throws, but they sacked him 5 times. So we can't sit there and say the Saints couldn't handle dealing with a running quarterback today because they did a really good job of keeping him in the pocket.
Yeah, I think I was, I wouldn't say impressed, but I have optimism going forward. They played this game without Chase Young. Let's give it to Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan really did 1.5 sacks today.
36 years old. He had 1.5 sacks in the game.
Yep.
Played the entire game. I don't know if he's going to play the entire game in Week 17, but at Week 1, he's definitely feeling fresh. So I give him some major props for his contributions. Still the secondary. Cooley McKinstry really
struggled today.
Yeah, and we saw it on the front end of camp. Look good. He had a little struggles on the back end of camp.
Okay.
And, all right.
Yeah, Cooley McKinstry struggled today. It's only Week 1, though. As promised, head coach Kellen Moore is at the podium. Let's listen in now.
For San Francisco here shortly.
How close did you think Juwan was to getting that one at the end?
Yeah, it was close. Obviously, I haven't seen the slow replay, so I don't know how close it was, but certainly it looked like we had a moment there where we had it.
Was there any commonality between the penalties?
Certainly a lot of it. The main stuff you got to deal with is the controllables, the pre-snap. I mean, the pre-snap, that was just simply not good enough. That doesn't meet the standard in any way. We have a bunch of penalties on both sides of the football in the pre-snap world, and that's all under our control.
How would you evaluate Spence throughout the entire game?
Yeah, I thought Spence did some good stuff. He put us in position there. Obviously there's highs and lows as you go through a game, but I love the way he approached it, the mindset he played with, and he gave us a chance.
Kellen, why did you choose not to call any timeouts?
Yeah, we're close. We talked through it. Getting the ball at the end, the start of the third quarter, they still had all 3 timeouts in their pocket, and so we felt like we'd let it play out and then see on our possession, see if something popped there. And if something popped, we'd keep it alive and put ourselves in position. But definitely something that we talked about.
Kellen, your thoughts on the way that the defense played?
Yeah, I thought the defense gave us a chance at the end. There's a couple big stops there as the game progressed, and I thought they did some good stuff. Penalties, a couple big plays, and some situational football came up on some 3rd and longs. They were able to convert a few 3rd and longs, and that extended some drives, unfortunately.
Was that Alontae Taylor blitz
at the end something that y'all kind of saved for a specific moment, or was that just the one that?
It's certainly available to us in a number of other situations, but there's risk reward with that. I thought Brandon did an awesome job calling this game, putting us in a really good position, really great opportunities to compete each and every down, and I thought it was a great call in that situation.
Did you have, were you going to go for the extra point, or if you would have scored in that spot?
I mean, certainly we talk about that all the time, so we'll see when that presents itself. I mean, I'm not going to go down that road right now, unfortunately.
You did have a similar choice on 4th and 5. Was it once you got backed up?
Down in the low red zone. Yeah, just once it became 5. I mean, if it's 2 and 3, certainly the numbers will lean for you to convert that. But once it got to 4th and 5, it was a little bit behind us. Felt like, we can keep it a one-possession game. We're going to have to make a big-time stop, which our defense did and gave us a chance.
How do you feel like it felt for you just going through it for the first time, as a game manager and all that stuff?
Felt like we gave ourselves a chance. Ultimately, it's not good enough. Ultimately, we're here to win football games, and we got to compete and clean things up. And so, while I love the effort, I love the energy, I love how the guys played in the locker room. We just got to play better. We got to clean it up, and it starts with me just helping emphasize that through this entire next week.
What happened with Bulaga? Obviously, he came out. But...
Yeah. Got banged up on a knee, and so we'll just kind of see how it looks.
Was Chris evaluated for a concussion?
He was not.
What do you make of just him gutting it through and being on there for the final plays of this game?
Yeah, he battled each and every play, and I thought, he had a couple things come up, and he just kept, getting ready, and then once he was available, he hopped out there, and so, I thought our guys, at the end of the day, they gave us a chance.
Did you have a specific approach and game plan with Spencer? Obviously, you have a quarterback there were some longer drives. Was it high risk, high reward with him or anything?
There's certainly a combination of that. I think it's important to give them completions and move the ball downfield. I thought they did a really good job of, the few opportunities that we did try and get downfield, and we had potentially stuff. I thought they did a good job. They played a lot of shell on us and forced us to, play the length of the drive, and so, we weren't able to make those explosives that we were probably hoping for.
And what did you like about the way he handled those very systematic drives in the fourth quarter and how he was managing the ball?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I thought our operation was really clean. We gave ourselves a chance at the end. We had essentially 3 opportunities into the end zone, and to have 3 opportunities in the end zone, that's all you can ask for under those circumstances.
With the timeouts, is having a young quarterback like a factor in that? Was there like a part of the discussion saying it's a young quarterback, you don't necessarily want to risk a turnover or something like running the team?
At the end of the half?
Yeah, at the end of the half.
At the end of the half. It's certainly something we talked about. We were really close to banging time out there, and just stuck with the opportunity that we had that, hey, we'll start with the ball. We still had a little bit of time left to kind of see what happens, and if we were able to gain some yards there, we can play the timeout game, and we'd have plenty of time to get ourselves in a field goal position.
Those last 2 offensive drives, what worked better? Why did you have so much success there?
I think just obviously anytime you're in those situations, the tempo and the completion game that Spencer played with, I thought he did a good job. I thought our guys played faster, as the game went on. And so, there's certainly a lot of stuff the first 3 quarters that we just got to clean up to put ourselves in better position.
What was Arizona doing defensively in that second half that was potentially giving you all problems?
I thought they did a good job of, we weren't able to get the explosives that we were probably chasing as we went through that game. They didn't present themselves. I thought they did a good job there. Run game, we probably didn't get it going as much in the second half, and I thought they did a couple good jobs of just playing really gap sound and fitting things really well in the run game. We weren't able to squeeze any out.
Did you get any feedback on if anything went wrong on that field goal operation?
I have not communicated with that.
What was it about the pre-snap penalties, maybe in regards to the offensive line, having new faces in there? How much of that an impact?
That's something, obviously, that's one of the most important things we got to do to narrow that down and figure out a plan of action to get better, because, that'll be what Monday's all about. We got to clean that up. We got to play at a higher standard there. It's not something that's come up the last week, so that's a frustrating thing when it shows up on game day and puts us in some bad positions, and so we got to get better there.
Referees can match up every day at training camp. Was it surprising to you?
Yeah, it's just a discipline thing. And obviously, it starts with me. I just got to make sure our guys, play that standard. We got to play better there. Too many drives, the momentum is created, and then the momentum stopped. But it's just because now we're behind the chains in too many situations around midfield.
What do you think about the game that Cam really won today?
Yeah, I thought Cam just really steady. I thought he did an excellent job. Obviously, he was able to make some big-time plays for us that, early in the game and even down the stretch. And, I can't say enough good things of, he did a great job.
I don't know if it's like do you feel now, because at the end of the game, like, do you still feel good about your decision to put the timeouts at the end of the first half, or is that something that you want to have?
Yeah, I mean, we can play the rewind game a lot. I get that aspect of it. And so, you know, we felt like we had the ball. We still had a chance before half to kind of see how that thing played out. Felt like we were in a good position. It was a one-score game, and, you know, we had plenty of football ahead.
Why didn't you take the timeouts on, like, you ran one play and then just, like, I think paralyzed it just because of where you were?
Yeah, just if we got a little bit more, we would have put ourselves in a better position.
We thought in the defense, just in the second half, it seemed like things were kind of getting away a little bit, and they were able to kind of pull it back. Like that.
Yeah, I just thought the defense did a really good job. There were some third and longs and some of those things that showed up early in the game that we just, you know, we weren't on top of, and so we missed some opportunities there. Settled in. I thought, you know, a number of stops down the stretch. I thought they did a really good job of, you know, getting Arizona behind the sticks in a few situations, and, you know, they gave us a chance.
Is there anything you can pinpoint on the third downs in particular? It did seem like the first half it was first half.
Yeah, it's probably, you know, we'll have to evaluate it, and, you know, just the communication. You know, when you're pressuring guys, we're really close on the pressures, and then the back end's got to be tied together and, you know, match people up.
From what you could tell, what worked on the Alvin Kamara?
And then as Saints head coach Kellen Moore speaking to the media
Yeah,
after the game, he will continue talking there. We'll have much more on tonight's final play. But let's bring it back in here, and let's bring in Sean Vazan. He's obviously at the Superdome at this afternoon's game. And Sean, one of the things that stood out to us, that Kellen Moore said, he said, you know, the last 3 plays, we had 3 balls into the end zone. We had a chance to tie, maybe win that game late. He likes how the team finished, even though they didn't play perfect the entire 60 minutes.
No, they didn't play perfect, but you can't question the effort today. And look, that's something that at times last season you did. So they did finish strong. Really, the Brian Brzee blocked field goal really was a turning point. They had all the momentum going into the end of that game. They certainly had a chance at the end, got the stop that they needed on defense. When the Cardinals got the ball back, when the Saints cut the lead to 20-13, got the ball back, got in the red zone. Had a couple shots, 3 shots at the end zone. Juwan Johnson, so close. Game of inches, so close. Was not able to bring the ball in. That last throw kind of got away from Spencer a little bit. But look, so the effort was there. The execution was not. If you add up the totality of this game, first and foremost, I don't know how many teams the NFL can win with 13 penalties, much less a team like the Saints right now that's kind of in a little bit of a transition, new era, brand new, coaching staff, the whole thing. So 13 penalties is something you're not going to be able to overcome when you're a team like the Saints that's still trying to find their way a little bit. So that's the first thing you got to clean up. And then at some point, you have to look at a couple things that happened. One was, just stands out to me on the defensive side of the ball, though I thought they played well. Third down defense. Periodically throughout the game, some isolated third and longs that the Cardinals were able to connect on. Had the Saints get off the field in those situations, you might be talking about a different ball game. You heard Kellen talking about it, Coach Kellen Moore, the lack of explosive plays. It just, other than that seam route to Juwan Johnson in the second to last drive of the game, there was sort of a deep-ish 17-yard completion to Rashid Shaheed early in the second half. Outside of that, not a whole lot of throws downfield, which is certainly something they're going to have to look at. And then, look, they ran the ball very well in the first half, but in the second half, those numbers really took a dive. So, obviously, a lot of stuff to work on, but hopefully they can kind of rally here and get better, watch the tape, and look ahead to San Francisco.
Yeah, Sean, one thing you mentioned about the penalties, we want to talk more about that when we come back on our Black and Gold postgame show. Sean, stick around. Stay with us.
This post-game reaction is sponsored by Coastal Mississippi. Go have some fun for fun's sake.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is